2, 3.
What is going on, super truckers? How you doing out there today? It's Christian and Mike here. We're gonna bring up some pretty interesting topics this week. Just kind of do something different. We're definitely gonna post the rates. Keep an eye out for that. We're gonna post them in the comments, I believe it is.
No, we're actually gonna post the rates in the description of the video, like not in the tag, but below.
So there you go. It'll be in the description. Let's just take some kind of current events, man, and talk about that a little bit, and kind of dig in from there and see what this industry is trending, what people are saying, and so forth. Right. So it's kind of open for dialogue, and make sure you leave your comments as well. We can always get back to them, and that's what we're here for, right? To generate some buzz.
And also it helps us to figure out what you guys are really looking for, because we can really get the answers to stuff.
Yeah, so real interesting, man. From Transport Topics, truck driver shortage. Is it over? Is there just enough truck drivers now? You know, I see you laughing already, but
here's like my driver perspective to the driver shortage is along those lines. Like, first of all, besides this recent situation right now, when was the last time you went to the store and saw empty shelves? Besides that, don't count.
Okay, yeah, no, not really.
Never happened. So in my opinion, there was never driver shortage. Never. The only problem is, I think the people that are running that idea of driver shortage are the people that want the trucks lined up by their gates, ready to go grab some cheap freight the last minute. When we're gonna have every shipper, every receiver will have 50 trucks lined up begging for load, that's when we're gonna say, now we have enough drivers. But until then, driver shortage is fake news.
Fake news. But right, again, so the way they're looking at it is that the actual problem in itself hasn't really been addressed. What's happening is scarcity. Is like there's no work. So there's a lot of companies letting people go in different, like, flatbed divisions, oil fields out there getting affected by it. So company drivers are getting displaced, and that displacement actually is what helped improve the utilization of what the drivers are out there. So I'm going to say the same thing, man. I'm going to say it's fake news. It's probably just something to type, write about, because at the same time, if that company driver go ahead and buys his own truck, he can find work just like that. I mean, there's plenty of work out there.
Just like that article that we are talking about mentions, any driver with a good safety score and like good work ethic will be able to find a job. So there is, it's that. So the driver shortage is still there. There is still people willing to put the drivers in the trucks, but I think the picture, after all, is bigger than that. And I think what we call driver shortage is propaganda, looking for some grants or like some other stuff, because until the freight is paying good enough, until drivers are respected, until drivers are getting paid enough to be the drivers, there is no such thing as driver shortage.
Yeah. Again, a whole new topic which we won't get into, but caliber of driver is probably more of what people are fighting for.
I agree. There is always a shortage of the safe drivers that have a very good work ethic and got their stuff together.
Because anybody with a good safety record, good work ethic, and right attitude, just like the article says,
always gonna be wanted.
Yeah,
always gonna be wanted.
You'll have no problem finding that job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right.
What else you got there?
All right. So in the news again, I want to go on record. I'm not a true believer of lease to purchases. I know. I don't know how you feel. I think I do. I know, but
well, I used to be very much against it. Now that you showed me this article and I kind of read through it, I think maybe the natural selection and the free market kind of puts everything in the right places. Because what was that, Select Trucks?
Yeah. So to put it out there, so you know what we're talking about, Select Trucks has actually loosened up a little bit on the lease to purchase programs that they have. So they're making it available to single parties, owner operators. You don't have to have this whole fleet thing going on. The warranty is going to be for the lifespan of the lease.
Limited warranty.
Right. Is going to offer lower down payment, lower monthly payment, no long-term obligations. Walk away within 24 after 24 months if you meet all the obligations. Again, read the fine print. You don't know, it's probably based on miles, maintenance on it, but
and if you're gonna go that route, don't forget to negotiate. Like if we say, okay, this is what you're gonna pay us, this is how much down payment, this is how much per month, and we're gonna give you 8,000 miles a month. Say no, give me 15,000 just to be safe.
Right. And again, if you're gonna go down this road, I would, and if I had to make a decision myself, I would definitely go to a place like this where I can move that truck wherever I want. The last thing I would want to do is go into a negotiation with a carrier where I'm forced to use that truck on those loads, and if I try to take my truck somewhere, I can't. I gotta know that there's nothing's for free, and they're gonna get some utility out of me by me buying one of their trucks. I mean that's a given.
I agree to that. This was always in my book as a no-go. Like if the carrier is leasing a truck and making you work for them, it's a bad idea. Don't do that. Like in general, I would still suggest buy a truck, go to the dealer, buy a truck, and just be independent altogether. That type of leasing, independent leasing, I would say is probably not a bad deal as long as you can get a good price. I would just really warn you on two things. This is when you go in to lease that truck, obviously be realistic with money. Don't allow them to bully you into the huge payment just because we can approve you. If we can approve you, we will approve you no matter what. So just negotiate your situation to the best of your ability. And here where you have to be a little bit lucky. Number one, you want to be the first guy leasing that specific truck from that lot after it arrived from a major fleet. You don't want to be a second, third, fourth guy in that truck after the select trucks received it from Everett or some other place.
Yeah, because I wonder really how many times on average a truck is reseated on at least a purchase program.
And I have to guess a lot, and that becomes a problem because most of the time those trucks, we come from big fleets that have maintenance programs and so on. We are actually going to be really good trucks, so there is going to be no major issues. The only thing that you really have to consider, make sure you get from the dealer, either have them to perform the filter cleanup or get you the receipt that shows that the filter cleanup was just performed, because that will come up very, very soon, and that's a fairly stressful situation. And other than that, I don't know how to accomplish that. Just be the first guy. Be the first guy. Don't be second. Don't be third. Be the first one on that truck after it came from a big fleet, and you should be fine.
Yeah. So again, it's lease to purchase is maybe not a bad thing.
Yeah,
right?
I'm changing my mind. I would still consider leasing truck from the carrier is a bad idea, and I'm pretty sure you're getting a lot of those phone calls, like in terms of do you lease trucks?
Yeah, we do. And you know what? But these lease to purchases and that they have now, it's a lot more reasonable, because I'm not gonna lie, in these recent times, they've been about $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Some of them, which is about a truck payment for somebody who went and did a regular purchase from your local, you know, Aero Select, whoever.
Yeah,
that's about a right payment. I mean, you don't want to get caught up where, you know, you're leased to purchasing a 2020, you know, for only $3,200 a month. Like that, you're going to be upside down like that. So definitely, they're making it a lot more attractive, a lot more realistic for success. You know what I mean? That's the key point to that. So it's pretty
absolutely cool. And don't forget, easy walk away is still 24 months.
Yeah, and it's probably not that easy.
Trust me, probably not that easy. So
you have to read that fine print.
But also, to be successful in anything in life, what you need to do, you need to go balls deep, all in. There is no in between. There is no halfway. There is no middle ground. You are even doing this, or you're staying on the porch.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. You have any questions also about lease to purchases? We have a couple guys that do have them. They're being successful now. Leave it in the comments. Give us a call. We can always tell you their stories, what to look out for, what how it transpired for them. But leading into the next topic, man. Trucking companies quick to adapt when virus made changes necessary. So a lot of companies were forced to operate differently. All right. So, I mean, there's companies here like working from home. Some companies are that, they have people, their staff, pre-situation, 1% work from home. Now, 95% work from home. So the question is this. What is just curiosity. What will be our new normal? You know what I mean? Even in this article, it says that they're having meetings in the yard. They're also getting some customers that they don't. They're no longer requiring a signature on the bill of lading. So I'm sure it's getting captured electronically.
I can see some challenges with that in different realms. Like everybody knows. Like at least that was the truth to me. As an owner operator, you're not gonna get very rich working for a mega carrier. And if you're working for some smaller company, for the more effective company, it's easier for them to do that no signature agreement when we work for one big customer.
Right.
And again, we take the risks with that customer because the whole business is built around a couple of big customers. One customer goes down, 30% of business is gone. So there is challenges in that. But for your average company that owner-operator would consider leasing onto to be successful, that's probably still way out of the reality, because bill of lading is a federally regulated document that still requires driver's signature and all the good stuff. So it's easy for two parties to agree to conduct business without the signature.
Yeah.
But customer to customer carriers, I don't think it's there yet.
But nevertheless, it's even interesting. I mean, with all these docu-signs that they have now, and then maybe that'll
change. But also the cost of doing this other stuff. I'm just saying for big carriers, it's right now, and then it's slowly gonna get to us. But I don't think it's there yet. But one benefit that I see in this is an opportunity, because we all know big carrier, right? Like everybody knows you're just a number. Nobody knows you. What about the customer service? Who can solve your problems? Nobody. Now we put all these people to work from home. Do you think the service level is going to improve or decline?
It's going to decline. I mean, to have a non-manned service center drop yard. I mean, a drop yard just for containers or trailers or whatever. That's one thing. But I mean, you got to have that home base, that person-to-person interaction, because that also gives you that sense of urgency, right? So, I mean, you're right. Customer service is just like when people move it overseas. It becomes a problem.
Absolutely.
That service drops. So, at the same time, not everybody can handle working from home.
Yeah, I agree. I can't. I have to.
I'm that guy too. I can't, man. I got to be able to drive into the office
and also that alone creates an opportunity for small trucking companies, moms and pops companies, one owner operator armies, because that thing, in my opinion, and I may be wrong, who knows, right? Let me know your opinion in the comments below, but in my opinion, that will, knowing the industry as it is and spending my whole life in the trucking industry, we are too rough. We are dinosaurs of the modern age. It just not going to. It may work, but it's not going to be easy. I see an opportunity for the rest of us to kind of.
But even for me, like. So I can maybe see the sales team working from home, right? Because when do you really even see that?
Absolutely,
okay?
I agree to that.
But like the recruiter, man, I don't agree with that. And I'll tell you why. Because you're so disconnected with your terminal and what's really going on. You always want to have that pulse of the building, of the demeanor of that building, of trends and all that. And so you want to be accurate. And then once you start recruiting from like my basement, and then what? I'm so disconnected, just kind of sending.
Because even to start the driver, for example, the first impression is very important, right?
Yeah.
And you just recruited the driver, you send him somewhere for orientation, or that was a remote orientation. So I would assume some video somewhere on the computer that the driver watched. Now he gets his little fake print certificate. Now he completed the orientation. Did he, first of all, does he know what's going on in this company? Did he learn anything? Because or he just played that video through like nothing to it. Then you introduce that driver to the dispatcher. We never meet one another. All those little connection points, we start falling apart. We're not strong enough for a strong start.
Right, because you're not. Anybody can send Smith videos all the to the drivers, and they watch a bunch of them, DocuSign that they watch them, but then your dispatcher's still disconnected. They didn't talk about how many miles he can run a day. They didn't talk about what areas he may or may not like. They didn't, when is vacation, did he have something planned? All that is the unknown, you know what I mean? And then you open a box and there's your ELD. What if you're having trouble, the cable didn't work? You lose so much. So as of right now, I'm so glad I'm in the office, to be honest. I think it's a value add for any company who's willing to kind of still do that.
I agree. In general, just looking back in the last couple of months, I can tell one thing, that us being in the office and kind of having stuff together, it really helps. It really helps, especially it helps in the realm when the big dogs are chilling home. I can smell their ineffectiveness right now.
Well, so that there you have it, guys. Leave some comments below. What do you think is the new normal? What are some things that maybe you've gone through at certain customers, receivers, that's just different? That it's something that they're doing differently. I mean, I know there's locations out there that have been completely remote, autonomous. Like, they'll load the trailers autonomous, all of that stuff. So, share some stories, man. We're interested to see. I'm pretty sure some guys are delivering to these newer facilities that, man, it's probably you don't even see anyone. They just knock on the door and you're loaded, man. I
actually saw the interview with Nikola company. Not the Tesla, Nikola. Apparently that's like two different companies or something like that. And the guy said in about it's going to be about another 10-15 years before the all inter-hub moves will be done by driverless trucks. So, between like all major cities, I guess there is going to be some routes established of the driverless trucks moving from one hub to another.
Oh, man.
And the drivers actually, according to him, will have a better work environment. We will be working less, just like normal people, the rest of the stuff in the office or wherever else in the industry, going home every day. we will work easier, and according to him, we'll be making more. I hope that's the case.
Yeah. Would you say 10, 15
making
years?
pretty much the last mile delivery from the hubs to the customer.
Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, that's again, all that comes different scenarios, how they run lanes, hubs, warehouses. Like, look at that. Yeah. Totally.
And yeah,
anything can happen, man.
And also, how do you know if that's not gonna just benefit all the mega carriers and push everybody else away? We don't know that, but I'm sure some of you out there watching this know everything. So you can let us know.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's what's trending, I guess, or whatever, what's going on in the news and transportation world. And
absolutely. Don't forget to check those rates. We are going to be in the description below. We're not going to post them in the live comments, by the way. I don't think this is going to be live, but because the problem is once we post those comments in live, those rates during live, we are visible and then we disappear for a day. So the heck with that. We're just gonna post it all in the description. Find your own location, use it as a tool, shove it to your dispatcher, and let them know that you're not a dumbass there.
So what? 15 years you said, man?
Yeah, 15. We got it. It's okay.
Well, I don't know if I'm old enough to retire by then. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll roll with the punches. There'll be room for us somewhere.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So until next time, please drive safe out there. Stay healthy, and till next time.
Yeah, be effective and make some money. Take care.